Hi, I'm Marie Contreras of Reese Pet Care, and I am on a play date today. I have my two dogs and a very good boy named Charlie. He's right here. And they get along really well. I enjoy play dates with my dogs because it gets them out of the house and into a backyard with another easygoing dog. I like the controlled environment of it. I like knowing who we're going to go play with, that they're healthy, that they're socialized, that they're well behaved, and they're not going to attack my dog. You never know what you're dealing with when you go to a dog park. So for that reason, I prefer play dates. I just feel like they're much safer and it keeps my dogs out of harm's way. I have gone to dog parks in the past and it always makes me a little nervous because I have followed some of the groups on Facebook that discuss the goings on of the local dog parks. And I've seen a lot of dogs getting attacked and some even killed at the dog parks. So for that reason, especially since one of my dogs is so little, Butch is only 6 pounds. Betty can fend for herself a little better. Not that I want her attacked either, but Butch, if Butch got attacked, they would kill him. And so I'm just not comfortable taking that risk with my dogs. One of the other things that I have seen when I did go to a dog park is I've seen dogs that were obviously sick. I remember one time I went and there was a dog that had an eye infection and the eye was oozing and it was pussy and it was definitely not a healthy dog. And I asked the owner on our way out, I said, what's going on with your dog? And he said, oh, it's nothing, nothing to worry about. But what I did notice was anytime a dog came up on that side where his eye was infected, he would snap at them because he couldn't see them and he was afraid. And so that just called to my attention the lack of care some people have for their pets. And when I saw that the dog was obviously sick, I didn't know if it was contagious. I didn't know if he was going to attack my dogs if they came up on his blind side. And so we left. And if you do go to dog parks, that is something that I would recommend is kind of scan the area and take a look around and see if there's any dogs that are being aggressive towards other dogs, if any look sick. I know some people love the dog parks and they just love the culture. I have friends that love the dog parks. They're going to keep taking their dog to the dog park on a regular basis no matter. They know the other people there, and that can make a difference too. If you have a small community and a small dog park and you know all the other owners, that's a different story. I live in Los Angeles. There's not very many dog parks near me, and one of them that is near me is very large. It's very big, and there's a lot of people there, and there's a lot of people I don't know, and I have seen ill dogs come to the dog park. I've also seen male dogs that were obviously not neutered, which is against the rules for the local dog parks here. People have a disregard for the rules. It also makes me wonder, are their dogs vaccinated? It just makes me wonder what other problems could be brewing. I've had other friends that said every time they went to the dog park, their dog was covered in fleas. Now, I'm on a flea preventative with my dogs, so I'm not as worried about the fleas. But even on a flea preventative, they can jump on your dog's body before they die and you can bring them home. And he had a hard time keeping the fleas down, even with a regular preventative. So these are just some of the concerns that I have with the dog parks. Another concern that I have is the water situation. There's usually big bowls of water sitting out that all the dogs drink out of. And again, if any of those dogs are sick, they're all sharing that same water bowl. So I would keep your dogs out of the water, but then, you have to bring your own bowl. And you've got to watch out for that. To me, I would rather just go to a play date where I know the dog is healthy, I know the backyard is secure, and it just, so many fewer things to worry about. And even with dogs that know and like each other, they can still get into a scuffle. If you're in a smaller backyard, it's easier for you to break it up, and it's easier and quicker for you to be able to step in. When you're in a giant dog park like some of the ones we have out here, your dog can be so far away if they take off running, that if they do get into trouble, it's going to take you a bit to get down there. In the average backyard, you can get there a lot quicker. Now, socializing your dog is a good thing. And I do highly recommend some form of socialization with your dog, whether that's taking them on play dates into controlled areas and backyards of friends and neighbors, or it's taking them to the store with you, to stores that are dog friendly like Home Depot and Lowe's and other hardware type stores and garden centers, or coffee shops where there's outdoor dining, anywhere that you can take your dog along with you for rides and to see other people and other dogs is a good thing. And it does help with their socialization, and it does help with their temperament when they get exposed to things like that. So I do recommend that. And also regular exercise is very beneficial to your dog. In addition to daily dog walks, time spent outside in nature, getting fresh air, getting sun, these are all wonderful things for your dog's mental and physical well-being. So I'm not saying at all not to take your dog out to the park. I would just be careful when mingling with dogs that you don't know and dog owners that you don't know. You just don't know what risks lie waiting for you at a dog park. So we may go to the park and walk around the dog park outside the fence, but I rarely take them in. I don't take Butch at all because he's too little. And I have taken Betty before. Usually I'll go early in the morning when it's very light. And that's only when I have no other option, because she is a border collie. She does need to run around once in a while, and she is a larger dog. But Butch, I'm just not going to take the risk with him. They do have small dog sections. My problem is I've got a medium to large size dog and a tiny dog. And so if I had two of the same size, I could take them into the same areas. But here, they've got large dog areas and small dog areas and a timid area. The timid area is a free-for-all. And neither of my dogs are really timid, but neither are the dogs that are there. It's just a place where everybody takes their dog that doesn't want to fall into one category or the other. I definitely couldn't take Butch into the large dog area. And if I take Betty into the small dog area, my bigger dog, then the small dog owners are going to complain that I've got a big dog in there. And I understand that, because if it were just me and Butch, I wouldn't want a dog that I didn't know Betty's size coming and playing with him. So I get it. So for us, play dates are the preferred way to get them some unfettered playtime. Charlie is such a good boy. He just laid down at my feet. He's just a sweetie. It's a beautiful day out here. I hope you're enjoying it with your pets and you have a chance to get outside. I'll talk to you next time.